In this series of special 25 AV interviews, we'll be digging deeper into each artistic pair's collaboration and their resulting work. Today, we're speaking to Vienna-based transdisciplinary artist Cristian Anutoiu and DJ, producer, and live artist Linear Crystal, aka Sweeep. When you both first connected, you found a lot of parallels in your work and in your practices as well. What were these, and when did the idea to collaborate come about?
The idea to collaborate came when we met for the first time in Vienna. I think we both have pretty vulnerable expressions in our work that are in line, so we could relate to each other, and that made us excited to see what we could do together.
Yeah, we actually met super randomly through a mutual friend over Instagram because Sweep was visiting Vienna for an exhibition, I think, and she needed a place to crash at. So I invited her to stay at mine. And we then very quickly realized through talking that we really like each other's works a lot. And I remember that a friend told me that the 25 contest was still running and I didn't know who to do it with. And this came like the perfect opportunity, kind of. And I thought we can really collaborate on something really beautiful together.
So how has the process been? Have you been able to experiment in new ways and develop, well, both of your creative practices?
Yeah, I think it's been a good space to experiment because I usually just produce tracks and this was more like a short film, so it was a new format. And I think this is the first piece I make that include all my different styles in one because there's so much to express, so it's hard to stick to one sound usually when I just make a short track, but this longer format gives space to go through everything that I felt like while having the visuals in mind and our talks about the concept. So it's going from everywhere from ambient drone to more up-tempo experimental beats with vocals on and some sound design and melodic parts. So it's like both pretty hard but yet fragile.
Yeah, I mean, as Linnea said, I think personally also for me, it was the first time that I've actually worked on a video or even like a short movie that has this type of length, because in the end now I think it's 16 minutes and a half. And with 16 minutes and a half, I think you do learn quite a lot about production and time management, and video is such an expansive with an A format that includes so many other disciplines kind of, and I definitely learned so much more. And it was also really nice, so to say, to focus only on this project for 1.5 months, because I don't know when the last time was that I've worked that long without procrastinating or other projects coming in or having to do other things. And it was a really nice, also now in retrospect, really fast experience. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it.
So bringing it to the piece itself, it explores themes of queer world building, occultism, and you're also examining the intersection between virtual and physical worlds. Are there any thoughts or feelings or reactions even that you'd like the audience to feel?
I mean, I would really like to get the viewers intrigued and interested about the possibilities and also alternatives that queer world building has to offer, especially in the digital and virtual. And because there is something like very performative and very interesting and uncanny actually about manipulating your own body and seeing it react to other things digitally. And it can offer, in a way, some sort of a new space for exploration and expression of your own identity in a way. And especially these intersections between the physical and virtual realms are extremely healing, or have been extremely healing for me. And I don't know, we hope to invoke not only discussions, but also stimulate interest about this fluidity of identity in virtual realms in a way, and how we can learn from that. And also how technology can help us bridge those gaps for a transhuman, more utopic future.
We've heard there might be plans to develop this piece further, given the right environment. How do you think that could work, and how do you think the piece could evolve?
Yeah, I think so. For the future, we thought about reformatting the whole project, and especially the format of the video, because it's like video itself has a very linear structure. It's very stamped in a way, so it's very from beginning to end. There's a middle part, there's this part, there's that part, and you basically scrub through very like predetermined data, kind of. And I think what would be really interesting, how to expand it further, would be to get the viewers a bit more immersive into this whole experience. So what would be really nice, for example, if we have the opportunity to perform it live or whatever in an exhibition setting or whatever it may be, to incorporate some form of extended reality, like I don't know, virtual headset, not virtual headsets, virtual reality, but based on headsets, for example, have some interactive parts to it, and yeah.
Also be nice to experiment how the sound could be reactive in real time, and maybe through some physical props you could interact with the world and maybe distort it or trigger new sounds, and kind of become part of the world and not only be a spectator.
To find out more about Chris and Linnea's collaboration and watch their AV work in full, head to 25av.eu.